Hey, good morning. Happy Saturday, everyone. It's your girl, LaShonda Mays, speaking on purpose. Speech bars. Do you have speech bars? Or do you got speech bars? I love it. I'm super excited this morning. Want to share just a little bit of information with you all. I started the video a little bit earlier, but I'm not sure what exactly happened. However, I am back on again. And today we're going to talk about how to improve your public speaking skills. How to improve your public speaking skills. Again, my name is LaShonda Mays. Happy Saturday to you all. I am your educator, strategist, transformation speaker. And I'm really excited because throughout the years, public speaking is for everything. It's not always about being an international platform speakers. Public speaking is broken down into leadership and the communication part of speaking. And I always talk about the public speaking part of it, because it's going to help you communicate and connect with different people. It's going to help with your articulation. It helps with your confidence, building your self-esteem, building up your confidence. It helps you with negotiation skills. If you have a presentation that you're trying to give, whether it's at a job, whether it's at an event, it's going to help you with everything you need, from composing your speeches, how to get your audience involved, what you're doing, all kinds of great things that you can do with public speaking. Now on here I talk about how to improve your public speaking, but you see some of the questions up there. Do you want to be better, supposed to be better. Do you want to be an excellent speaker? And do you want to have better communication skills? Let's see if I can redo that. Okay, give me just a second. Okay, I knew something I was missing. Okay. But yes, these things will actually help you so much better. Some people can negotiate contracts because they're a better and effective communicator. It helps with your relationships, your marriage. It will help with your communication with family members, your children. It's just not always about the public speaking, although always geared towards public speaking a lot. But I want to share this with you. Really excited this morning. But let's dive into it. One of the very things I would tell you about public speaking is you got to understand what type of speaker are you. How are you going to deliver the message that you need to do as a speaker? We're talking about from a speaker standpoint. Are you a manuscript speaker, meaning that you have to have a piece of paper to read from verbatim? And in some cases, you may have to be required to read a script. I'll give you an example. In Toastmasters, they have events called speech contests. And they always have a master's of ceremony, which is like the content master. And they actually have to have a script to read, because it's like instructions throughout the speaking contest that has to be done. And then in some cases, some people may have to read a script because maybe they're introducing somebody, or they're doing a goodbye, or it may be accept an award or give an award, and maybe they have to read scripts. Those things are important when you are a manuscript speaker. And one thing I will say about that, make sure you memorize enough so when you read it, it's a flow. And your head is not always down. You guys know I'm very, very big about that. You know, I always tell you guys to make sure that you know your speech. Even if you're reading it, You want to have a steady, consistent flow. No one wants to see the top of your head the whole entire time while you're reading. And you should be able to read and look up, read and look up. And I'll talk about how to do that in another video. And I actually explained that in one of my videos I already done before. Another type of speaker, and it's just trying to understand how to, once you find out what type of speaker you are, you can move from there. Maybe you're someone that memorized your speech. And in some cases, you have your keynote speakers, your storytellers, and then so many more that may actually memorize their speeches. This is actually a better way of doing it, is memorizing it, because I can't talk about anybody else, but sometimes when I memorize a speech and then I have my notes there, then I want to rely on the notes, and I really don't like doing that. In Toastmasters, they always tell you, memorize your speech. That's really important. So you may be a memorizer, and for me, when I go and do any event, I memorize my material. I do not like having any note cards or anything. I remember the event I done in July. And I was there and I had a PowerPoint that I put together and it was really awesome. However, the issue was I did not want to rely on that PowerPoint. The PowerPoint was great. I just didn't want to do it because I didn't want to rely on it. But the bigger picture was some people are visual, so it's good to have PowerPoint. Still know your material so you can actually flow through. So if you have a PowerPoint and you're pointing to it, you can actually do a flow that's going to actually help you with that. Okay. And an extemporaneous person, that's the third type of speaker. That type of speaker is someone that can do more impromptu. They can speak on the fly. They can do it in a conversational manner. And some people are really good at that, but if you don't know the field, if you're not an expert in that area, I wouldn't suggest that. I would always suggest memorize your materials. And some people have done some of the same speeches over and over again to where they can just do it on the fly. They memorize it. They know it. So those are the things that you have to realize. Which one of those three are you? Are you the manuscript, memorized, or extemporaneous? Now, once you figure that out, then you can do a couple of other things here. You can look at, and the way you become even a prolific type of speaker is you study, get coached, get mentored, and those are some really great things. But here's another one. Once you start and look at some great speakers that are out here, some speaking gurus, and you guys always hear me naming the same people who's a speaker. I know a bunch of other speakers, but these are my favorite speakers because they bring fire with them. They bring the fire. But when I say fire, they bring the fire. Les Brown, Oprah Winfrey, Eric Thomas, Lisa Nichols, Delatero McNeil, and there's so many other types of speakers that are out there. And you're not trying to take their style, but you're trying to get an overall picture of what is it that they're doing that's really phenomenal, or what are some nuggets I can get from them to make my own style. And that's how I look at you. You're studying their delivery, how they articulate, what are they doing, and all kinds of great things that helps them be a great speaker. Study those people. John Maxwell is out there. Zig Ziglar is out there. There's a whole bunch of other people that are great speakers of all kinds around the world. So definitely do that. That's something you want to do. Another thing you want to do is just go find some information. Go find information on the art of public speaking, and maybe some people want to go into two different genres of speaking, like storytelling, maybe only informational, only keynote, and it's just different types of speaking. But overall, you need a general idea of what the art of speaking is. The art of speaking, because Even if you go into different areas, you still need the basis. You need a base. You need a foundation for the public speaking part in order to go into everything else that you need. And the reason why I say that is because you have just composing your speech, especially if you're telling a story that has like a timeline. You have to know how to tell that. You have to put it together. What is your opening? What are the meat and potatoes in the middle that you're giving? And how are you going to close it out? Is it a sales? Do you want to leave it on quote or thought? Do you leave it on with a question? Those are some things that you have to study when you are becoming a public speaker. But not only that, or just being a better speaker, period. Because anybody can get up and they can talk and speak. But that doesn't necessarily mean they're just an excellent speaker or they're effective. You want to be an effective speaker no matter where you are, no matter where you go. You always want to drop those gold nuggets, those platinum nuggets, them diamonds, so people can take it back with them and add it. Hopefully, whatever information that you're giving out to people, they're applying it to their lives. Hopefully, they're applying it to their lives. Those are really good things right now. The next thing I would definitely say, relentless practice, 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 practice. And the reason why I would say you should definitely practice is because you don't want to get up there and you stumbling over your words, your mind is going blank, you can't complete your sentences. It looks really bad. Now, in some cases, we are nervous. And I would actually do a video on how to get rid of your nervousness. That's going to be good. How to get rid of your nervousness as a speaker. I don't believe it always go away, because you'll still have little butterflies and everything. But I'm going to just say this. When you are delivering a message and you start getting this doubt, this fear, this worry, you get scared, you just feel like you got to go to the restroom, bubble guts, butterflies, whatever it is, what I want to share with you, I always tell people, remind yourself that you are delivering a message that everyone needs to hear. So you are able to transform lives. What you have to say is important. It is needed. It is of value. And it's going to help transform lives. If you say those things to yourself and know what your purpose is, you definitely will succeed. You would definitely be on point and have everything you need to. And usually it tends to come down. No one know your speech but you. No one knows your information, your story, whatever it is. No one knows it better than you. So that's why you practice. And I did a video on that before. Remember, depending on how long you practice, is it 7 days a week? If it's 7 days a week, is it 2 hours a day? Is it 3 hours a day? 5 times a week? When are you practicing? And if it's 2 pages, are you just breaking them up in 4 sections? Are you memorizing per day? What is it that you're doing? Please, 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 before you go on someone's stage or you deliver a video, whatever it is, make sure you try to at least practice what you're going to say so you can already have it right here. It don't have to be always memorized when you do like videos and podcasts, but still, you still want to have that memorization, or at least most of it, so again, it can be a smooth, I'm bumpy right there. It should be a smooth flow into what you're saying. It should be a smooth sailing of what you're saying, not bumpy. Another thing, sorry about that, something's in my eye. Another thing I will definitely say is be sure that you do research, because if you're in certain areas of speaking, depending on what it is, make sure you study the material and the information you need to know in order to deliver that message. You just don't want to be basic about what you're saying. You want to have more information to always add on to what you already know. Do that research. Maybe you have a friend, or maybe you've been in school for whatever it is, and you use that information to put into your speech. Because you want them, let me tell you something, when you deliver a speech, you want it to be meaty. You want them to be full. You want them to go home and apply the information. You want the people to be transformed about whatever you're speaking about. So that's why it's really important that you do the research and make sure you add that information in your speech. That is critical. Another area that I will talk about is making sure that you go get some training. Go and get some training. I speak about this all the time. I speak about this all the time. Toastmasters is a wonderful place. That's where I got my speaking from. You don't have to go there if you don't want to. There are many speakers that have certification programs, speaking programs that actually will help you with whatever you need to be a prolific speaker. They will help you with that. And I feel like that's important. National Speakers Association is another one. Some of them have speaking bureaus, but a lot of speaking bureaus are usually for people that's already speaking, out there speaking. So go to some places. I think National Speakers Association is for those that's already speaking as well. Again, but you need a boot camp training. So Toastmasters would be good. I know Delatera McNeil, Lisa Nichols, Les Brown, Eric Thomas, Andy Henrique or Hernandez, I believe he's another one, and it's let me see who else. Dr. Ruben West, black belt speakers. It's a bunch of people out there that can definitely help you with your speaking, your communication, your delivery, how you compose your stories or your information, how to spice it up to get your audience to move. So many great things that could be done in your message. The message is very important. Be sure that you get an opportunity to do that. And then on your journey, as you're learning, as you're speaking, and you start getting better, and you start doing great things. And let's just say right now you're not quite out there speaking, but you're trying to build a momentum, and definitely go out there and get opportunities to speak. But at the same time too, I've always hear a phenomenal, oh, now it's just pulling up. Good morning, everybody. Oh my gosh, this thing is just pulling up. Whoa-wee. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Ooh. Nathan, Michael, Leon, Camila, Vershonda, Miss Flossie, Jonathan, Tina, Taria. Good morning, everybody. It's just pulling up. It's acting super slow right now, but I'm going myself. Thank you for being on here. Thank you for joining. It's a little slow, so my stuff is just popping up. I'm not sure, but continue to go on your journey. I want you to also, when you get an opportunity, and like you may not be out there yet on people's stages or people's events, and that is okay. What I want you to do is just start a little bit at a time. Maybe you have an organization or a group that you're working in, and maybe you want to do a little bit speaking. Maybe you're doing something at work, and maybe that's your training ground, or again, Toastmasters. I keep mentioning Toastmasters because I love it. They train me super well there about just speaking in general. At the same time, too, don't forget about those videos. Don't forget about, well, creating videos, creating those podcasts. creating those MP3s or whatever you need, vlogging, I guess they call it vlogging. Be sure that you kind of start that so you can start your journey. Because what end up happening is people see where you start and it like, wow, she's getting better or he's getting better. Look at that. And it'll follow you on your journey, which you can build up your momentum, your audience, and things like that. And then eventually you'll get out there and you'll be on other people's platforms to speak. And I will always give you this, because I know people say, make your own platform. And that's absolutely right. Thank you, Taria. She's sending me hearts. Love you too. Create your own platform. But it never hurts to ask people. I'm a believer in asking for things that I want and need. Because even if they can't help you, maybe they know somebody else that is. Let's not get our egos, twisted or up there that we can't, ask for help with coaching, mentoring, or asking, could they speak at your event? Or maybe they have an organization or something they have. You don't know. You never know. And you have to start somewhere. But I will always say, join somebody's organization, or if it's a private, I don't know if they even do private speaking sessions, and they may not, I'm not sure. I'm sure there are some out there, but be sure that you get the tools that you need. Be coached, be mentor, get started. And even people that have been speaking for many years, they're also always updating some of the speeches that they have. They may add something, they may take away something. You just never know. Some people that's been on a roll and traveled as speaking, I'm seeing a lot of those people now doing videos, podcasts. So those are things that do change within the speaking industry itself. And that is something you definitely want to have. Now, even if you're not a platform speaker or a big speaker like that, but you speak at work, these are still the same skills that you need. Same skills that you need. Same negotiation skills. You may be doing Big Mama may want you to do the family reunion. You still got to learn how to communicate with everybody in the family. You still got to negotiate the event. How much? It's different things that you need far as in communicating. And I know I'm talking about public speaking, but it's still a form of communication that helps you connect with other people. And you want to be clear. You want to be concise. When you give your message, you want to be clear where people can understand. Now, you're not responsible about what they think, what they're thinking, how they interpret it. But just always be clear and concise in your message about what it is that you are delivering. This is absolutely important, very important. Let me just get us got some smoothie going on here. Made me a delicious smoothie this morning. But I want you to understand that the communication part of it is super important. Important. You may want to give up and get up and accept that award. You need to get up there. Have something. Now, some people know they're receiving an award or being recognized for something. And if you're going to do an acceptance speech, be sure you study that speech. Be sure that you're ready to deliver this beautiful, phenomenal speech. Remember that. And then another last thing I want to tell you all. Make sure you learn how to speak in a proper time frame. I cannot say that enough. You're going to go to events in your life, and you're going to find people that are long-winded, very long-winded. And what I would say about that, it is nothing wrong with long-windedness. However, if you're at an event and you're not the only speaker, or if you have a time frame that you have to speak in, please speak in that time frame. And I've mentioned this before. You want to be able to go back to those people events. That's just like when I do my speaking here. I rarely go over 11. I think maybe one time I went to maybe 11:05. But normally I give you guys anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour of speaking. I'm done. I'm not going to keep you on for 2 or 3 hours. That's just not what I do. I have not, an hour is enough. That's good momentum. But anything outside of that, I have not built up the duration for that right now. Unless I'm doing a conference, a teleconference or something. But be sure that you do that. If they say you got 20 minutes of speaking, then you need to be speaking within a 15, 18-minute time frame. Because sometimes we stop and maybe we forget something. That gives you at least 3 to 5 minutes to finish what you were going to say. Or even if they say, hey, it's questions at the end, then they say you got 30 minutes. That means you need to speak for 25 and do 5 minutes of questions. Please. I know people laughing at me. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all been to places where people be all low-winded about stuff. And you're like, oh my gosh, it's time to go. We've been to those events. We know those people. And just making sure you wrap it up, or, you wrap it up because it's just too much. You be like, okay. And people look at it, watch. Ooh. And I hear it sometimes. I went to an event one time and a man was speaking, and one of my friends was looking at me and they were like, okay, it was supposed to be over. I said, no, I know. Let's just sit here. And it was just going on and on. It was like, okay, we got to go. So, people are going to listen to what you say, but don't be rambling in and get straight to the point. Whatever the meat and potatoes of you give in your presentation, get straight to it. Don't be over and over, just long, please. Know your time frame of speaking. And some people are like, well, can I have 5 more minutes? No. No, you don't need 5 more minutes. No, I'm just joking. But seriously, if you ask for more minutes, please stop at the minutes that you have. Matter of fact, if they have like a lectern or podium, please use your phone. Just put a timer on your phone so you'll know, because you're going to walk and you're going to go back to the podium or the lectern, whatever it is, and set you a timer or have your watch or something and set a timer on there so you know what's going on and you won't go over. You won't go over. And what you have to say is important. It's very important. We want you to share it. But please be mindful of other speakers that are there, or be mindful of the type of event you are at. Because it's not fair you go to someone's event and you're being long-winded, knowing people are behind you and knowing they have to do stuff in a certain time frame. Let's be respectful of people's event. Seriously. That's all I have to say about that. But at the end of the day, I hope these little tips definitely help you with what you need, help you understand it better, and make sure you share this with other people. Let me see. This thing is crazy. Yes. Okay, let me read these little comments. I love it. Taria said, Delatero McNeil crushed the stage, ended Henrique. Master Storyteller Academy, yes. Okay. Hey, son, good morning. Yes, if you're speaking at the Family Union, Taria mentioned that. Yes, that's important. The communication is the foundation. It really is. I'm telling you, when you have better speaking skills, you're able to articulate your wants, your needs. Your communication with just people, family, friends, co-workers, church member, business people, you're better able to do that. It enhances your self-confidence, worth, efficacy, importance, all those great things. Yes, Taria, I'm glad I said it too. The preparation is very important. Okay, so those are some things she said. Please don't wing it. She said, don't wing it. That's right. Hey, Katisha, good morning. Hey, Keisha. But these are some real important things that I want you to do. Do not wing it. There will be moments. There will be moments that people say, hey, my MC didn't show up, or my speaker didn't show up. Can you get up and speak? Now, I give you another bonus. Last one. Be sure that you have a hip pocket speech. And this is, I mentioned this before, have a speech that's already prepared that you can use, recycle it, meaning you tweak, because you can use it for different groups of people, but you can tweak. And that way, that'll actually help you too. You can have those speeches and just kind of recycle it, just change it out. Not all, do not do all your speeches like that, but for certain ones. And that way you can get up, and for something about women empowerment and you already spoke at a women empowerment event, recycle it. Recycle it. Or it may be about me, and maybe you can take that same speech and just tweak it. Men empowerment, they say, well, we need one lady to come out. Tweak it. Tweak it. And I say that because you don't want to never be prepared. Never be unprepared for giving a speech. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I hope you all have a fantastic Saturday. No one told you they love you. I love you. Stay positive. Stay encouraging. Think about all the positive stuff that happens in the negative of any situation. Whatever you're going through now, just know that your situation get better as long as you make the strives to do it. Stay happy. Stay happy. Stay positive. Remember, you are in control of the things that you think and the things that you do. Whatever you don't have control over, don't worry, because you stress less and you keep aging younger. But I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Got speech bars. Got speech bars, guys. Make sure you get it. I'm logging out. You guys have a fantastic Saturday.